Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 Build a Nation story from Bangor City with me, Daniel. It's part 169 today and we are back for massive moments in European football. It's the last 16 of the Europa League and we're back for the second leg against Sevilla. We've got a 1-0 lead from the first leg, as you can see at the top right. It pretty much went as we predicted, and now on the road we've got one hell of a test because we know from previous experience what a good side this lot are. We've wrapped up our Welsh Premier League title yet again, albeit TNS and Barry getting a little bit closer and starting to improve. And unfortunately, our Linfield SPFL Trust Trophy match has been moved too. So we've got a youth intake to look forward to. We've got a few bits off the pitch as well. If you're looking forward to that as well as the big European game, please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content every weekday from this series. And FM22 plans are just around the corner, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Today though, despite all the things going on off the pitch, there is only one main focus. We know that. We have to get through in Europe. TNS lost out on loads of coefficient points because of the really poor year they had. We know that Barrytown United struggled. They went out a round earlier than last year. And we haven't got any other sides doing much at the moment. So given the strength for some of the other nations, this becomes absolutely crucial. Let's start though by having a look at what's been happening on the pitch for Bangor City, including that 1-0 win at home to Sevilla. So you were with me as we beat Shakhtar away from home. It's of course a very good result, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to repeat that pattern. We have had our troubles on the road in Europe this year, albeit we turned up the last couple of games. And I just hope that we can get through somehow, because Sevilla is one of the tougher tests we'll face. Unfortunately, the draw's not been particularly kind to us. If we get through to the last 8, we're likely to be playing Napoli. And that's left me with a bit of confusion, because on paper, I would argue they've got the best side in Italian football. But for some reason, teams like Lazio, who we've been able to get good results against in the past, seem to be getting into the Champions League ahead of them. But let's turn our focus away from that to the 4 games we've played off camera. 3 5-0 wins, and then of course the 1-0 against Sevilla. We won the Welsh Cup quarter-final. Reyes, Okayo Bulkley, Kellen Fletcher, Kane Waters and Tom Jones getting 1 apiece. Away at Colwyn Bay in the Welsh Premier League, it was Goulding with a hat-trick, including one from the penalty spot. Gomez Garcia and Cavara with 1 each. Against Carmarthen in the last game we won 5-0. 2 red cards very much helped us here. It's actually been a pretty frustrating half an hour. But at the 54-minute mark, they got their second red card, and then we just ran riot. It ended up being a Kane Waters hat-trick, 1 for Whittaker and 1 for Loza, but 3 of those goals came after the second red card. The 1-0 win against Sevilla was probably the most interesting one. Lloyd Goulding got the first half goal. We defended really well. If I show you the stats for this game so you understand what we're up against today, it was pretty dominant. And I think what's going to happen here is we're going to be really ruining the fact that we didn't get more than 1 goal. Because that performance, we probably should have had 3 or 4. We missed a hatful of chances. Kayo Bulkley probably most at fault. We had 1 disallowed for Cavara, as you can see on the left of the screen. It was frustrating because it was probably one of the best displays we've ever put in Europe. And it doesn't really look like it on paper now. So I'm a little bit disappointed by that. But if we can perform the same way again, it seems very unlikely that we'd only score 1 goal again. And you've seen before, when we went to Shakhtar on the break, you've got to have that away from home. You're going to get a bit more open space. And if you can find your clinical edge, you can often get the better result. So we'll go and have a look at the Sevilla team in a moment and what that's going to mean for us. We've then got the international break. And as predicted, we've had the SPFL Trust Trophy match cancelled. The Bala game's been chucked on the Thursday in the second week though. So I'd imagine we're going to have a few players unavailable over that couple of weeks. And of course we're hoping we'll have a Europa League quarter-final in that time as well. But of course, aside from on the pitch action, we have also had a youth intake. And this one is one that we always look forward to because Bangor City now have great facilities. We had a few great years in a row and then 1 or 2 years where it's not been great recently. I mean, last season's was a little bit of a dud. So let's go and have a look at our intake for this year. A few of the players have been signed by the Director of Football already. Let's see what's in there. And to be honest, it's another dud. Not overall, because for Welsh football, some of these players will be hugely beneficial. So Sean Jones, who's the highest rated one, he could benefit a Welsh Premier League side now. Pope, the young striker, good finisher, fairly quick. He'll benefit a team somewhere in Wales. But there's nothing that's going to help us here. I would be surprised if any of these players ever make an appearance for us, unless it's just due to an international break and not filling a bench. So I'm a little disappointed from a club point of view. But we've still got a duty to help the nation. I've mentioned this before, when we have poor youth intakes, we have to be selfless. We have to make them as good as possible, do what we would normally do with the mentoring groups, take the time, invest in the individual training and try and improve other sides in this nation. Because particularly now with TNS going big in transfer windows and hopefully Barry doing the same this summer, we want to just give them that little bit around the edge for cheap or free. So we'd be lying if we weren't saying we were disappointed about that. However, some of our other young players are continuing to develop well. So we've got Tate out on loan at TNS, who we've known about for a little while now. But he's really starting to get back from injury and perform again. 14 goals in 23 games for them. I'm really desperate to get him on loan there again next year because he's got so much talent. If he can be kept fit for the whole season, he'll be a massive asset for them. But let's have a look at the players that are at the club still, because there are some absolute superstars now. Last summer we signed Kellen Fletcher, and we were a little bit worried because he was very good and he was rated as a wonder kid, but he didn't look like that final article or that he was going to be at any time soon. I was completely wrong. He is improving no end. He's becoming a star. He was already amazing physically, but his technical attributes are creeping up. A few of his key mental ones are as well. He's now a 4-star ability defender and one of the best players at the club. We've got him down to a new 5-year deal. We had to pay a little bit higher than we'd like to, but he's wanted by Premier League teams. And that means if they do put in a bid, it's going to have to be one hell of a big one. We know that Scott McKenzie will be going this summer. We'll be saying goodbye to him. I'm umming and ahhing about Kai McDonald, but I don't think he's going to come back this year. It's going to be the end for him after, 156 league appearances, all on loan. Kai McDonald at the age of 30 will be going. There's something a little bit unrealistic about that, isn't there? The fact we've been able to loan him in for about 7 years. The big news, though, is Danny Gomez Garcia. He was unhappy. He was throwing his toys out the pram. He has now signed a new contract. He's ended that problem about getting playing time in his preferred position, and the new contract doesn't include that. I can still see he's got a very concern down there, but we've changed the contract and he's made the agreement that he doesn't want it. So I don't understand why it's there, but regardless, he signed a new deal. There's no minimum fee released, so any club will have to pay big, and he has started to play a bit better since as well. So that's a positive too. I thought I'd give you the 2 record updates again. Tom Jones, he is now on 307 league appearances and 101 goals, by the way. One hell of a rate, breaks the 100 club. And Kane Waters, he is now on 168 league goals, albeit only from 152 appearances. We are chasing those records actively. It's not something you often get to do in FM, so I always look forward to it when it's going to happen. Joe Duffy is on 178 goals. Kane Waters has 10 to go. I'm sure he'll get there next season. And in appearances, 323 for Sean Edwards. I remember that name. Used to be a left winger. We played with him before in FM. But he's going to be overtaken, in half a season's time if Tom Jones can stay fit. Phenomenal, really. I'm so looking forward to that moment. Because it's just one of those special feelings to me in FM. I don't know why. I see it as one of the best achievements. And I love being part of it for players. So we're going to be looking forward to that moment immensely. And both of those should happen at some point next season, providing there's no disasters at all. We've got brilliant youngsters developing. You guys were definitely right on Kean Bulkley. I'm just going to say it now. He's not been quite as prolific this year, but he's been proven a lot more off the pitch. He's still only 17 years of age and 5 months? He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of time to develop. And crucially, even though we've signed those stars last summer, the Kellen Fletchers, the Bojan Guevaras, his potential ability is still 5-star. And for a club with the quality that we've got now, that is hugely important. A player with that potential and this ability at 17, potentially sky's the limit. He's already a very decent finisher. We want to get that up to 13 or 14. But I think he could be a world beater. I genuinely think he'd be top class. Mubarak Whelan has worked his way into the side now as well. He's an official wonder kid. Again, still got that 5-star potential. Already 3-star ability and looks a Premier League centre-half. And the reason I'm showing you this, as well as to focus on the young players' development, which is something I love doing in these one club saves, we also have to bear in mind that we're beating some of the biggest sides in Europe now, and people are starting to question that. Is it realistic? Is it something you would expect to achieve? And I just wanted to show you that yes, our squad is really this good. Brett Jennings has had a little dip in confidence and a little dip in training. However, he's still a wonder kid, and he's only got 4-star potential, which would suggest that Bulkley, Reyes and Cavara, who are all 4-star current ability, are world-class footballers too. So if there's anyone else you want to see in detail, let me know. We'll of course have a look in future episodes. I've sort of calmed down with the Bulkley one now because he's basically reached his peak. He's a sublime footballer. He's a world-class talent. Every summer he's chased by some of the biggest sides in Europe, and it's going to be no different this year. Today's opponent, Sevilla, looking at him as well. We do have to manage him a bit more, particularly in league games because of his injury record. He's got recurring injuries and we have to look after him. And the one thing I really want at the end of this save is for all of those youth intake stars to be in the team, to have an academy core. We've got the two centre-halves who are already first choice now. We've got the likes of Kian and Kyo Bulkley. We've got Tom Jones. I want it to be a real festival of homegrown talent. Even Grim Morgan still playing a crucial role in the squad and is a very solid player at this level. So really, really exciting times for Bangor City. I hope it can continue. But on the pitch, tonight is very important towards that. We're keeping an eye as well on Copenhagen, on Red Bull Salzburg and on Besiktas, all of which really we need to lose for the benefit of our coefficient. The problem is, we play the winner of Besiktas Napoli in the quarter-final, and I'd really not like it to be Napoli because they've got a phenomenal side. So let's go and get through and see what we can do, whether Besiktas can cause a shock. We'll make the 11 changes the assistant recommends, and we'll be back in a moment to run through the lineup. So this is the lineup I've gone for. From the assistants team, I've basically brought in Jennings for Briones. Wonder Kid for Wonder Kid, but the Welsh youth intake partnership together in one of our biggest games in Europe. We've got Simancas between the sticks, Nenov and Fletcher the fullbacks, Jennings and Whelan as we mentioned at centre-half. Odo in the holding role, Gomez Garcia joined by Ludimir Srom due to a knock to Ruben Reyes. He's not fit for this one. He returns to training tomorrow, but if it wasn't a muscular injury, I'd give him a risk. And I know we did it last year with Kyo Bulkley, but I don't want to do it this time around. So Kyo Bulkley's the number 10, Gordon and Kvara up front. We need the best of Bojan Kvara today. He's a wonder kid, he's a brilliant player, but injury-wise, he's never getting a big string of games together, and that's something that's hindered his season. But this is a massive game against excellent opposition. Now let's go and see if we can complete the job. We'll have a look at the Sevilla lineup in a minute, show you just how tough a test this is. Well, for us, it's 10 changes from the last league game. Only Ludimir Srom keeps his place, and he is now one of the captains at the club. I think he's third choice, so he's going to skip at the side today. Let's go and have a look at the tactics though. We've told the lads to keep it up. We just want them to prove how good they are in Europe. They're coming up against an incredible side. So if we look at all of the players who have got individual instructions from the starting 11. So the right centre forward, very good. But again, this is what I wanted to show you when you say, why are we beating sides like Sevilla? He's not better than Kvara, and he's probably not much better than Gordon. He's a better all-round player, but he's not a better striker individually. The other centre forward, he's very good again, but is he better than Bojan Kvara? I'm not sure. Again, probably as an all-round footballer, yes, but we play a different way. And our strikers in their roles are very, very good. In the number 10 role, Emmanuel Udo, I would say probably not as good as Kyo Bulkley. I think I would be fair there. I'm trying not to be biased, but I would say Bulkley's better than him. Lazaro in the middle, similar to Ruben Reyes, who we are going to miss today. But Ludimir Srom is basically there to do a job on him. Just to follow him everywhere, the same as Gomez Garcia. They're not the best midfielders technically, they're hard workers. And that's what we need from them against Lazaro and Pippi, who are both very good on the ball, but a little bit older, not as quick, not as athletic, and maybe that's where we can get the advantage. At the back, their star centre-half Munoz is absolutely brilliant, but he's a little bit slower. And if there's ever something that we're going to be able to benefit from, it's a slow defence away from home in Europe. So let's cross our fingers, let's get into the first half. We have got the 1-0 lead, and that means if we lose by 1 goal, with an away goal, we get through. And if we draw or win, of course, we're there as well. It's likely to be Napoli awaiting in the quarter-final. Let's see if we can go and meet them and keep an eye on the other results. And we're going straight from the kickoff, which you know is always a fabulous side for us. Munoz plays into midfield. Here's Udo, who I've slated pre-match for being worse than his counterpart, and the ball works his way out to the left. Omelchenko, the wing-back, Whelan knocks it away, and Gomez Garcia can bring clear. This is where we've got to be good. Up to Gordon on halfway. Just behind Bulkley with the pass, but it's back to Gordon brilliantly. Gets himself in. Electric counter-attack in football. This is exactly what we talked about. Sevilla had the territory. It was a poor cross into the box. But that's the counter-attack with this front three. They're not brilliant all-round footballers, Kvara and Gordon. They are there to play on the shoulder, play short passes to Bulkley, and even then, it wasn't the best pass, was it, by Gordon? Bulkley made more of it. Simancas saves it. Omelchenko with a gilt-edged chance there. It's straight down the throat of the Spanish keeper. Either side it was 1-1. We can't get complacent. But now Sevilla need 3, of course. But that's the thing on the break. It's not about having players who are world-class in every single attribute. You play in a defined way and you have players that are world class at that. And Goulding, Walters, Kvara, 3 of our strikers, are all world class at playing on the shoulder as advanced forwards and poachers. Kyle Bulkley's the superstar, the gold dust that we need in the team, and he's trying to create again there, but that one's intercepted. Pipi gets the ball wide. The fullback gives it to Lazaro. We know he's good in possession, but are they able to break free? We're sitting in a pretty good shape here, and we're managing to hold them off okay. As they work down the right again, they are creating chances here, Sevilla. We've got to be careful. Lazaro's got the ball on the right wing. It's through ball which Whelan intercepts. Another big header from him. Goulding holds it up. And again, he's got space to run into on the counter-attack. And this is his game. This is the way Goulding plays. He gets to the byline. He cuts it back for Strom. It's a wonderful save by the goalkeeper. Tipped over the bar to deny Strom. He nearly came back into the team in style there. And this is a backup player for us. It just shows how strong we've become. Strom plays back to Jennings as the corner's cleared. And we're looking pretty confident here at the minute. 15 gone. It remains 1-0 to Bangor City. And unless we see 3 goals from Sevilla, we can start to celebrate a quarter-final place. As Kyle Bulkley delivers a corner. Headed away again. Now Sevilla can counter. They've got a 2-on-2 briefly. He's up to the centre forward. He's got to take on Fletcher. He's beaten him. But his shot's dragged well wide. It nearly goes out for a throw-in. Just glances the corner flag on his way out for a goal kick. And with a quarter of the game gone, this is as well as we could have hoped it'd go. And we've got another throw-in in an advanced position with Dimitar Nenov. Plays it to Goulding. Back to the head to Fletcher. On his right foot as well. Callum Fletcher with his second goal for Bangor City. And it's just one of those. When you're on the road in Europe, sometimes you just need that little bit of luck. And when it's a player who very rarely scores, who very rarely shoots, who pops up with his weak foot outside the box and smashes a half volley into the top corner, I think you know it's going to be your night. Sevilla aren't going to be scoring 4 in this one. We can now celebrate the quarterfinals. And Besiktas still 0-0. So 1 goal and they could sneak through and give us a winnable quarterfinal. Udo brought down in a box. I think that's going to be a pen. We're going to VAR, but I think we know what's happening here. There's no way this is getting overturned. I've never seen one in a box that then doesn't get given. And that's not what we needed. Right on half-time, Strom gives away the foul. And it's going to be a penalty kick. Left-footed, Sevilla will step up. Can Simancas be the hero against Lenarden? He can't. He goes the right way, but it's a good penalty. Right in a side netting. And it's 2-1. Sevilla have got a goal back. They just need 3 more now. Well, at half-time, I'd say we're pretty comfortable. Till the penalty, it had been very much so. But that has changed things a little bit. Just giving us some food for thought. We've got through the first half of the second half completely unscathed. We've got 20 minutes to go. We're looking comfortable. We're looking confident. And in fact, that might be a point. Let's go back and see who's on the yellow cards. Because we don't want them missing the first leg. So Fletcher and Odell are the 2 on the yellow. So I'm going to take both of those off. Odell's had a poor game anyway. Odell's been booked, so it doesn't matter. He can stay there. We'll take off Gomez Garcia for Gethin Davis. He'll switch to the left of the diamond. We'll take off Bojan Kvara, again with fitness in mind for Kane Waters. And we'll take off Callum Fletcher at left back for Kai McDonald. He'll go to the right. Nenov will switch to the left. 20 minutes remaining. Surely we won't concede 3. They've only had 3 shots on target all game, so I can't see that changing now. I'm wondering if those last 4 games on the screen there for the Europa League are 8 o'clock kickoffs, because we're a 5:45. And maybe that's why they're all coincidentally 0-0. As Whelan plays out to the back to McDonald. The substitute, one of his last appearances in Europe for us in all likelihood. I don't think I can justify loaning him in again. Aranda gets in behind, it's 2-2. We have problems because we've got complacent again. It's a silly ball out from the back, and Kai McDonald has probably proved that concentration-wise, mentally, he's just over the hill there. Gethin Davis has picked up a knock. That's going to harm us in the short term. It's been a good performance, but it would be devastating if we lost this. Davis nicks the ball though. Can we get a winner? We can't. Pellegrini wins it in the middle. Zagmester plays out. Over the top, Whelan heads away. He's done that so many times today. Gray gets down the line again though. Kai McDonald has had a stinker since he's come on. It's into the box. Nenov heads clear. And now we're sort of clinging on a bit. Udo gets the ball on the right-hand side. Kyle Bulkley back working hard to intercept. And Kane Waters can come away. Fresh legs down the left. Can he win us the night? Can he double that coefficient point? Davis gets in. Cross the box. Oh, he had Goulding with an open goal. But he was greedy. He hit it straight at the keeper. And it's probably going to finish 2-2 on the night now. Zagmester throws in from left back to Gray. The English winger clears it to Pippi. They've got a chance to nick the winner here. Jennings intercepts. Was that not a foul? I thought it was from Davis, but he gets away with it. Falls for Odell on the halfway line. To Srom. To Geffen Davis. To Odell again. Better game management the last 30 seconds. Out to Nenov at left back. Can take on his man, but goes short to Davis. Just trying to have a little spell of possession here at Bangor City. Odell picks it up again. To Srom. Got a man over on the right in McDonald. Play short to Goulding. Bulkley through to Walters. Last minute winner. And that man again. Kyo Bulkley with the perfect little through ball. A world-class number 10. Delivers for a brilliant striker. We win 3-2 on the night. We make sure we get the full coefficient award. And now we find out who we face in the quarterfinals. I presume it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. So let's see the results and whether it's Besiktas or Napoli in the quarterfinal. Oh my words. We are in dreamland. Besiktas have won 1-0. I know Copenhagen got a draw, which doesn't help us coefficient-wise. But we will not be playing Napoli. I had to show you some of their players because we were fearful of playing them. Their star man, as rated there, was Tagliani, who is Italy's first choice left back. He is world class. He's better than anything we've got defensively. He's a superstar. They've got Avino, a centre midfield, Italian international. Very good, up there with like a Reyes or a Bulkley for sure. Zanini, the striker who got injured, top class, as good as Kvara, maybe slightly better, and would suit our tactic down to the ground. They've got a winger in Cerrone, who, world class, not played for Italy for some reason, but an absolutely brilliant player nonetheless. And then Turgay Gunes, who scored the own goal. Another decent player, but one of their weaker links in the 11. And he's the man that's ended up costing them. So Besiktas will be our opponents in the last 8. We'll take a look at them in the next episode. That's a surprise. That's a positive sign because I think we're probably favourites for back-to-back semi-finals here. We've got a better side than them on paper, and I think this could be a very good night for us. So let's go and have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back via my favourite screen. We have to have a glance every episode and just see what the impact has been. So Nation Club coefficients, we're now for the year up to 7.6. That's put us above all of them apart from Austria, but Salzburg are out now, so hopefully that helps us. Unless they've got somebody still in the Europa Conference, of course. But otherwise, we should stay in the top 10, and we've saved the coefficient for the nation again. Let me just glance to see if someone's still in it. Are there any Austrian sides there? Doesn't look like it, does it? Nordsjælland are there from Denmark, which explains their good run this season. Wolfsburg were there. They got a draw on the night, so that's why Austria improved. But all of their sides are out now too. Excellent signs. Let's have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. It will be a double header of games and live commentaries. And we're going to do the same as we did today. We'll show the second leg of the Besiktas match. That's at home rather than the away leg, which is first. And we'll also have the SPFL Trust Trophy final outside the international break against a very good Linfield side. Linfield themselves this season, to give you a little bit of perspective, Champions League group stage team. The year before that, I'm sure they got to the latter stages. They did. They got to the first knockout round and lost narrowly to Bayer Leverkusen on aggregate. This is a very good team. We should just about be favourites. But don't forget, we're going to have to rest everyone for Besiktas unless we thump them in the first leg. So it could be a very difficult tie nonetheless. That's what we've got to look forward to. If you did enjoy this episode, a brilliant display on the road in Sevilla, please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. Let me know what you think of a slightly underwhelming youth intake and some of the stars that I showed you in the team. Their development knows no bounds. We've got brilliant facilities for them to produce their best. And I'm just hopeful that if the other two big sides can go big in a transfer window this summer, we might have a little bit of a title race next year, but more so 3 or 4 sides that can really compete in Europe for Welsh football. If you want to find out and stay up to date, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. You'll get alerts as new videos released from this series and all the other bits as well. FM22 plans incoming soon. There's also links in the eye above to the football podcast for our latest championship predictions. And of course you can also find the Twitch channel for regular live streams too. But a massive thank you for watching, for following along as always. I hope you're still enjoying this series as much as me. And I'll see you next time for Besiktas, as well as a big cup final against Northern Irish opposition.